Alright, I got this guitar here that I've been waiting to get repairing, but I wanted to show it, and it's been a bit hard to film videos because my kids are on vacation. But this guitar is just too awesome not to show on video because it's so funny. Anyway, it's this like acrylic gem style body. It's HSH. It's got an Ibanez Prestige neck. Now I have to admit, I don't know a lot about Ibanez. This isn't a guitar that is particularly interesting to me outside of its uniqueness, just in terms of the style of guitar. It's not really my style of guitar, but it's kind of funny because I know this will be lots of people's style of guitar if you're into sort of shreddy type metal, but this is just such a cool looking guitar. So it's got a few problems. Everything's a bit loose. This back pickup doesn't seem to be working. I tried it out, and these are just a couple of the problems I've discovered. Anyway, here's the coolest thing it does. It lights up. It's pretty hilarious. So I don't feel like we're going to get a really good sound test out of it, given that it's virtually unplayable at this point. So I'm just going to go ahead and get it taken apart now that I have some time to do it, since kids are off to grandma's for one day this week. So it's quiet, we don't have Mako mermaids going in the background. And man, is this thing ever heavy. I'm gonna have to put this thing on a scale. But anyway, I'm gonna take it down here in the dark so you can get the full effect of its... Like, that's pretty cool. This is... Somebody built this. Somebody put this together, and I'm not exactly sure how, but that would be a pretty rad stage guitar. If you could stand to hold that, because it's really heavy. It really is genuinely, I feel like that's gonna ring in at about 12 pounds, is what I feel like. Okay, let's put her on the scale. Oh yeah, I was close. 11.6 pounds. So that is heavy. If you could stand to sling 11.6 pounds around your neck for a couple of hours, I reckon this would be the sort of guitar that you probably drag out for one or two songs on stage. But that's pretty damn cool. Alright, so it's funny, but this whole arrangement here and this floating style bridge actually brings back a lot of memories for me, because my very first electric guitar, a Cort, which if I can find a picture, I'm sure I have a digital photograph of it, I'll post it somewhere here in the screen for you to look at. It's pretty funny. Ralph Macchio jokes now. So this brings back a shitload of memories, but it's the only guitar I ever owned like this. And I'll tell you what, I know a lot of people have sentimental attachment to the very first guitar they ever owned, but I can tell you that I have no desire, none at all, to go chasing, to try and find a guitar like that to own. I don't have it anymore, and I don't care. Okay, so these, Jesus, have been wrapped on here pretty hard. I'm just gonna loosen them a bit. Okay, so for this style of bridge here, I don't often work on these, so it's not like I'm really overly set up for. I feel like I just need a little bit of wood. Okay, well, stand by while I cut a little bit of wood. So I feel like I need to point out for my regular viewers who are interested in acquiring guitar repair tools. I went, especially like if you're in Canada or even if you're in the US, I can't remember the equivalent of the name of the one in the US, but here in Canada it's Princess Auto. I went to Princess Auto and I got just this little vise that you can attach to anything. And oh my god, it's so useful having this. Yeah, that little vise, this little thing cost me, I'm not joking, like 15 bucks. And it's so useful. And I use it all the time for all kinds of stuff. So for these bridges, when you're taking the strings off and everything, the best thing to do is just slip a little block like that. Just keeps it from, makes the strings easier to pull on and off. So now I can, alright, so you don't have to take these off, but they do come off. This is precisely why I don't miss having a guitar like this whole affair. Every time you go to change a set of strings, it's just fucking pain in the ass. I feel like this is all really needlessly complicated. So now we're down to this end, where we go ahead and release the strings. Alright, I'm doing my best to show the acrylic. I guess I could probably pull this off, right? That's the strings tightened here into these things. Just loosen this a bit more. I don't want to loosen this too much because then all the guts come flying out. Just want to loosen this enough to pull strings out. I don't want any of these little guts flying out. There we go. I got all the strings out. Why that's not working. Alright. Well, this needs to be connected here. Oh, I see. And this pickup ground has split. And so is this one. Oh my god. So is that. So all this spinning around has caused quite a lot of havoc. It's broken this connection. And it's broken the brown connection for this pickup here. And completely for this pickup here. So I got a little bit of work to do. And all that carnage is caused because these aren't tight. Here we go. Alright, since I don't have a second amp anymore, I guess I'll have to go test this upstairs. So, be right back. Alright. It all works the way it's supposed to. Okay. Good to go. Let's clean her up and get strings on her. Dear Jim Dumnob, it would be really great if you could change the end of this bottle instead of being round to being flat. Flat and skinny so that I can rub it through each one of the frets. Thank you very much. Oh, I hate these fucking strings. Install these. I'm supposed to cut the ball end off. That way you're giving it something to grab onto. Shove her down in the hole. And tighten her up. Alright, there's one. And two. Oh, let's find some more strings. What's the next color that are fucking wrapped together? What do we need? Green and black. Green and black. Okay, next is fucking green. Okay, so I'll put one of these in my lap while I work with the other one. I'll carefully snip that away. I'll get my little tool out, come back over here. This is why I don't miss owning a guitar like this. This alone would be would be a deterrent for me for just changing the strings. Speaking of which, I don't think I used to change the strings very often on that other guitar. Oh my fucking god, what a pain in the ass. Okay, goes on loose. Now, I can take out the block. Alright, let's get this thing tuned up. Try it out. Okay, so let's not even pretend that I'm going to rip any kind of riff on this guitar that it obviously begs for. I'm just not that kind of player. Nor am I, oh man. But here's what we'll do for funsies. What this switch seems to do is split this coil. You get okay, let's try that again. So position 1 is humbucker. Position 2 is just the back. Position 3 is just the middle pickup. So position 4 for is just the back coil on this pickup. Okay, and then finally just this humbucker on its own.